When I requested a grain mill as a gift, I had the expectation that I'd be able to grind flour for bread and cakes and biscuits. But I got an unexpected perk as well. I can actually make my own fresh ground cream of wheat, which is my favorite winter cereal. So come along, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make your own fresh ground cream of wheat. Good morning, friends. It's Barbara Sue at Kowalski Mountain. Welcome back to our channel. Now you can make cream of wheat with any type of wheat berry you'd like to, and I've tried several. I've tried the hard red and the hard white, and I've also tried the soft white. And I think that the soft white wheat berries are my favorite wheat berries for making cream of wheat. They have just a creamier texture to them, which is why they're my preference. Now I also have some einkorn wheat berries that I haven't tried yet, but so far my favorite are the soft white wheat. Now the first thing we're going to do is grind our wheat berries. Now this is my Nutrimill Harvest grain mill, which I am really enjoying all the wonderful things that I can make with this. Now, when we're making cream of wheat, we want the wheat berries to be ground to a fine texture with a little bit of a more coarse texture. And it's kind of a balance. If you get too much coarse wheat berries in your cream of wheat, it has kind of a chewy texture to it, which is not my preference. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten my grain mill down tight so that I know it's on the most fine setting. And I'm just going to turn it back just a little bit. Now when using your grain mill, you want to turn it on before you pour the wheat berries into it. Otherwise it's just going to bind up. So we're on, and we're going to go ahead and add the wheat berries. Now this is a really nice texture. A little bit of graininess to it, but not too much. When you grind only a small amount of wheat berries, you don't have a lot of time to make adjustments. So I might tone that down just a little bit. Now cooking cream of wheat is super easy. We need just a couple of ingredients. I have a cup of milk. Next I need a 1/4 cup of my fresh ground wheat berries. Now I'm going to stir this just a little bit to kind of mix in the coarseness of the grain. Now I'm going to stir that around just a little bit. And then I'm just going to let it soak for just a few minutes, maybe 1 to 2 minutes. Just let it soak, absorb some of that milk before we start cooking it. Now any of the leftover wheat berries need to go in the refrigerator. Now because this is made with whole wheat berries, it has all 3 parts of the wheat berry and it can go rancid. So it goes in the fridge, and I'm just going to put it in a mason jar and save it for next time. Now that was probably enough time for our wheat berries to sufficiently soak, so let's get started. I've turned the heat on the stove to a medium-high heat, and I like to stir this. We're dealing with milk, and I don't want it to scorch and burn, so I stir it pretty frequently throughout the cooking process. Now I am using a small whisk. I just think it works better than a spatula or a spoon. Now I like to keep my measuring cup close by in case I need to stop whisking, and that way I can stand my whisk up and not make a mess. Now you can see it's starting to really steam, and it's starting to look a little thicker than it was. You're going to start to see it change pretty quickly once it does change. Now you can see it getting thicker. Now really, the thickness of your cereal can be cooked to your likings. We're starting to get a little bit creamy here. Now we're getting there. You can see how it's thickening up. And I think we're there. Turn off the heat. Now this entire process only takes a couple of minutes. I'm going to estimate I spent about 5 minutes making this. This is a really easy, quick breakfast. Now let's serve it up. Now your pan, you want to soak that right away because this is a little bit messy to clean up. But if you soak your pan appropriately, then it's not too bad of a cleanup. So do it quickly. Get it soaking as soon as you can. Now that the cereal is ready, now it's time to doctor it up. Now I like to use a little bit of raisins in mine. I put about 2 tablespoons of raisins into my cream of wheat. And just a little bit of real maple syrup. Now this is my favorite way to eat it, but I have some options for you. I made some spiced apples, and these have some cinnamon sticks, and I forget, there's some other ingredients in the spiced apples, but these are a quick and easy addition to cream of wheat as well as oatmeal, and this was really easy to make when I was doing my canning. You might also like to have it with some brown sugar instead of the maple syrup. And of course you could try berries, blueberries, or peaches, or any type of other fruit that you like. Let's give it a taste. Perfect. It's creamy. It's got a little texture to it. Not too much. Just right. I hope I've inspired you that you can make your very own cream of wheat cereal with your fresh ground wheat berries. It's simple, it takes only a few minutes, and it's delicious and a great way to start off a day. Friends, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that button. We're almost to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. And we can't do it without you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.